reflecting back now, I know you'll have some time this offseason to do it, but wrapping it up, what do you look back and remember about this year at this point?
From a personal standpoint, wasn't quite up to the standard I want to set. Obviously, as a team, that's pretty apparent since we're sitting here not in the playoffs. But I think you got to look at it as a team and as an individual. So for me, towards the end of the year, started missing more than we like. So got to refocus and figure out what we need to change, and then come back and be better next year. I think from a team standpoint, it's the exact same. And if everyone does that as an individual, then it's pretty easy to do it as a team.
I've had a lot of fans reaching out asking about your future and all of that. How do you approach that? How do you approach this offseason?
Yeah, I keep my head down and just focus on kicking balls. So now it would be time to look at that. No idea what's in store, but love being here.
What has this place meant to you?
Yeah, it's my hometown team. Love being a part of it, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Thank you. That's all I needed, man.
A game like that, and your mindset coming out.
It's always the same. Go out there and play hard and finish. Finish where I started. I never quit on nothing, like I said. I don't care about the circumstances. The ball was hiked. Like I said, people out there coming to watch. Got to play for them.
I don't know if you know this, but that was your first 3-sack game you've ever had in your career.
I know. Believe me, I know. I keep up with all the. Damn, you ain't gonna tell me no, it's not. Yeah, right. It's cold out there, boy. Yeah.
What's that mean to you?
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna keep playing. I feel good. Yeah. Why would I quit?
What about here? How much
Oh, yeah.
has this place meant to you?
A lot, man. A lot. I enjoyed this season more than I have in the past few years. It was a blast. Even though we didn't win like we needed, I met a lot of great dudes in this locker room, man. They with a great mindset, especially in that D-line room. One of the special groups I've been with in my career. So I enjoy them guys.
You said you want to start earlier this year with
Yeah.
the team, so are you looking to sign pretty quickly?
Right situation, right. All about that. I gotta let my agent do whatever he's gonna do, but yeah, I want to go a little earlier than I did this year. Of course, get in there because I felt rusty when I first got going. I was missing plays, missing sacks, and I just want to get going early.
We see a little bit of the bond with you guys.
Oh yeah, I love them boys. I got a lot of respect for them because the way they come to work and they hold me to a high standard at practice. You know what I mean? It's hard to find guys like that. Just, hey, bro, you ain't on your today. All right, bet. Let me tighten up. That's why I like this group. They hold everybody accountable. And no matter about what round you went, what pick, how much money you made, we hold each other accountable and we go out there to work and work extremely hard. And I hats off to this D-line because, man, it's been like that since I got here. I extremely work hard, and this stuff ain't came my way yet. And I feel like we keep working the way we're working, it's going to eventually come our way, happen the way we need it to.
Johnny's spoken about just the impact you've made as far as leading by example. Being a guy spending long hours in the building.
Yeah.
How much does that part of it mean to you now?
I mean a lot, man, from him because he's right. I spent a lot of time in that building when I got here, late hours, just trying to make sure I get right for this team, man. Get myself together. I was staying late, taking care of my body, trying to get it right before stuff got going for me. But I'm blessed to be here. I thank God every day for allowing me to play 12 years. This could have been over. I had microfracture my first game of my career back in 2014. They gave me a 50-50 chance to play after that, and I done played 12 years later, and I thank God every day for that.
You were a little busy on the field, but as a pass rushing aficionado, Myles Garrett.
I seen it.
23.
He did it.
I mean, what can you say about a guy doing that?
Man. I tell these guys, my D-line's like one guy done played with who just gifted and just got it as a pass rusher, and it's Myles Garrett. Hats off to that guy, extremely talented. Dudes go out there and just do his thing. I ain't seen him get blocked here practicing when I was there for 2 years. Same thing in the games. He's still doing it. I mean, what can you say about him? He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Everybody know that. Get ready for next year for him. I guess he's going to try to do it again next year. I know his mindset. He'll be ready to break his own sack record next year. But hats off to that guy, man. He deserved it.
You're obviously signed earlier in the season, after the season started. Now you have 3 sacks in the season finale. How did the season compare ultimately to what you hoped for when you signed here?
I was just really hoping we made the playoffs. That's the biggest thing for me and my career where I'm at. I just want to make that postseason and try to run for that Super Bowl. That's what I'm looking for, a Super Bowl run. I'm going to continue to chase that before I get out of this league. So I got a few more runs in me. Hopefully I get there. Just keep chasing it.
What about what's here makes
Oh
you
yeah,
think?
that's half the reason I signed when I came to visit. I seen all the talent around Dak, the receivers, the offensive line, the running back. I seen what they had on defense. I was like, I can help this group. This stuff ain't going as well we planned. Like I said, it's next year. Just got to go to the off season, prepare, come back and try to do it again.
How much do you think can be changed in 1 year and could have changed
You
at the top?
just seen Chicago Bears do it in 1 year, right? Went from 0 and whatever to what they did this year. So it's all possible. Like I said, you got to have that right mindset, the right guys in the locker room. To just go put in the work and start it over. Just did it 10, 11 times. Got to do it again. It's part of the game.
How do you diagnose what went wrong this year for you?
I mean, I don't think it's my job to really try to diagnose that. I'll just try to make sure I did my job at a high level. I don't know what's going on behind me. I don't know what's going on around. Just try to tell the guys, lock in and handle your business. So it's a tough league. It's not easy. It's not easy. They get paid. We get paid to go out there and execute. Sometimes they get the best of you, and sometimes we get the best of some teams. So that's why it's a national football. That's why it's the most competitive sport in the world.
There's going to be a lot of discussion, like you're saying, going on around this room about Matt Eberflus, about a lot of things.
I
What
don't
do you
know.
think in terms of
Matt Eberflus?
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I just like the way he, his energy. I tell y'all that he got great energy. Sometimes the scheme just ain't. It wasn't. I mean, we just got scolded on sometimes. Like I said, we just got to execute on a high level together. It sometimes don't have nothing to do with the calls. Just being on the same page. Some people getting the calls, some people not. But I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. I stay out of that. I just try to take care of my business and look forward for next year and see what happens.
What are your immediate postseason plans? And I mean, now
Oh, go hang out with my kids for a while, man. I know they waiting on me.
a little bit R&R.
Oh, you know it.
Obviously, first NFL touchdown. Just how did today feel?
It felt great. Just to be back out here again. It's been a while, but I felt great to be back out here and get to showcase what I can do.
It had some jump cuts, showed some bursts. What was the mentality kind of going in today? It looked like patience was something that was there for you today.
Really, man, I was just hungry. I feel like I haven't played in a while, and I knew this was the last one of the year, so I wanted to seize the opportunity, and I've been working super hard and practicing, making sure I'm doing the little things so that I can perform whenever the time was needed.
And you put a lot of good on film out there. Just talk about what you can take away from that going into the offseason, kind of build going into year two. And just what have you learned from year one?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Like you said, there were some good things I did, but there's also things that I can take and build on going into next year. So, like I said, man, I meet with my coach and see what I can get better at going into next year.
What have you taken from this year, just learning, transitioning from college to pro, being a professional? What has that been like for you this year?
Just staying patient, man. Just leaning on the the vets. Making sure I'm staying as close as I can to them, trusting my coaches, and just making sure I'm working, man. Because at this level, talent isn't everything. So I have to make sure I'm putting in the work so that I can continue to have those opportunities.
Yeah, first,
When you did cross the goal line, just what is that feeling like? What was the celebration with your teammates like? And then you're still kind of on permagrin because what does it feel like?
Yeah, man, it was very exciting for me. It's been a while since I've been in the zone, of course. Well, it's my first one. I scored in preseason, but I don't really count that. But man, it meant the world to me to be able to score my first touchdown, with the Dallas Cowboys. So man, I'm just very grateful, that I could be able to play on this stage.
Do you feel like you made a statement today with your performance?
I will say there's things I can get better at, but I do think I did some things to remind people what I'm capable of.
first game since October. Just having to wait to get back on the field this long. How tough was that? How much patience did you have to show?
It was tough, of course. Me being that competitive guy, wanting to be out there, but it was also good that I was able to sit back and watch some of the vets play, and learn things from them. So of course I want to be out there and be able to play, but there was a lot of things that I learned from this.
What was the biggest thing you're going to take away from your rookie season into this offseason and next year?
Man, just how to practice, man. Just making sure that I'm preparing the way, being consistent in everything.
Did it live up to what your hopes were? I mean, you got so many opportunities today. You've been waiting for this. What was it like for you on the field today?
I knew based off how I prepared that I would, perform the way I should today. And, I give a lot of credit to, my teammates and my coaches, they make sure they stand on me, making sure that I'm, doing the things that I need to do. So when everybody, all these guys trust me. They know what I'm capable of. So, they knew that I would have a good game and perform like I was supposed to.
Like I did what I was asked to do, other than the interception. Just things happen. You just got to be able to learn from it.
What can you learn from being on the field? What do you take away from something like today?
A lot, man. You get to learn the feeling of the game, the tempo of the game, the people around you, the people that go to practice with you. You get to learn them in a game setting. You get to know who they are. You get to understand another opponent. You get to actually go compete at a high level. So
you only get a half today, but this season as a whole, how much have you grown in 2025 as a quarterback?
I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like Coach Shimmy and Coach Shotty do a great job of, preaching the quarterback position and just making sure that we understand what's going on in our offense. And I think Dak and Will do an awesome job of making sure they take me under their wing and making sure that I understand football how they do.
Joe, when did you find out you'd be going in?
I can't say all week, but didn't know exactly when I was going to be going in. But this game, I knew I was going in at halftime. They was just like, get ready. So that was pretty much it.
How much can this do for your growth, your development? Obviously, you had a great performance in your final game with New England.
Yeah.
Is this similar?
I wouldn't say similar. I didn't do what I did in New England. But I feel like it's a game. I did some things out there where I feel like they were good. I also did some things where I feel like, I need to slow down a little bit and learn from that. But that's what you get an off season for, and that's what you get another season for, to go and have those opportunities.
From a team perspective, I know it wasn't the result you guys have wanted, but all week long it was about building momentum to the offseason, right? Is there stuff that you can take away from this game that could potentially help you guys heading into now a pretty long offseason?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's obviously things that we can clean up, but, shout out to the O-line, shout out to the D-line, and shout out to the whole team from pretty much just being there the whole season and not just falling off and, just not letting things just run past them. They just being there every day and just actually the intention of just coming to play and just being a team. So.
Joe, can you just talk about, I may have missed this question, what's the biggest takeaway that you got from this year developing under Dak, Rashadi, that you can take into year 2 with the Cowboys?
Man, patience, just being able to be patient. But what I learned from is just his understanding of the game, like the way that he game planned, how early do he come in the building. Like, I asked those questions. And the thing that I love about him the most is, like, anytime I have a question, no matter what it is, like, he bound to answer that question. He could be doing something. He could be talking to somebody. Like, he'll stop what he's doing and talk to me, and whatever answer I need, he'll make sure I have it. But other than that, it's just the small stuff, like the small details from the quarterback room translating to the field. He be on top of his small details. I do a great job of reminding him, and even today he was right there making sure everything was going right. So.
Going into this offseason, what's your biggest goal? What do you want to see from Joe Milton in 2026?
Man, it's hard, man. It's hard in the offseason because it's not the actual game reps that you need. So I think it's just more of the VR setting, just getting those reps, taking those small reps here and there day by day, and just getting a better understanding of the offense, just going into more depth, learn out the whys of this or that. So just going into more depth of it.